Hello yogis, hello Journey Junkie community, and welcome back to the mat. And welcome to another restorative yoga practice. Today's focus is weight loss. And you might be thinking, how can restorative yoga inhibit weight loss? It's not a powerful cardio-like strength building practice. Well, essentially, restorative yoga is all about inducing and creating a relaxed state, which can help us rebalance our hormones and reduce stress, leading to more mindful choices, habits, and actions throughout our day. And I know for me that when I'm in that state of flow, when I feel good in my body, mind, and soul, it's my everyday, every moment decisions that are creating that state or that experience. And when I'm relaxed and I take moments to relax, the busyness of the day doesn't get to me, and I'm not grabbing for food out of boredom or reaching for something else out of boredom. And I'm really focused on myself as a whole and feeling good, right? So this practice is aimed to do just that. It's to help reduce stress, rebalance your hormones, and it also stimulates your digestive system. So really great practice for everyone that is on the mat. A few notes about props. You do need a blanket rolled up in the long fold shape. I'll link to a blog post where I do a tutorial on that. And then you also need a chair. You can see here in the corner I have a chair set up. If you don't have a chair nearby, I will give modifications. But if you do have a chair, go grab one. And if you have a second blanket so you don't have to unfold and refold, place it on top of the chair so that you can comfortably rest there when we get to that point of the practice. Otherwise, slip into something comfortable, get prepared to come into a state of relaxation with me, and enjoy these next 20 to 30 minutes of focusing on you, body, mind, and soul. And as always, if you're not part of our online community yet, click the link in the description below. Come join us. We are well over 15,000 people in our private yoga community and so many more that aren't even in that group yet. So please come join us and I'll meet you on your mat and we'll get started. Okay, to start this practice, we're coming into a lying down position using the blanket that's rolled up. We will position it along our upper back, our middle back, and our lower back, holding it for 2 minutes at a time in each position. Alrighty, so starting with the upper back, where that bra strap is for women. Men, I'm sure you can visualize it, and letting your arms spill out to the side. So begin to lower yourself down over that blanket. And as always, take your time to find the right position, okay? Any adjustments are always welcome. Once you find that nice place across your upper back, relax your head down onto the earth. Let your arms come out to the side and make a T-like shape. And we are here for 2 minutes. I welcome you to use this posture as your centering point, allowing yourself to become present on the mat, bringing the mind into the body and creating a conscious breath pattern. Here we go, 2 minutes. About 30 more seconds here. Noticing if your mind began to wander, invite it back to the mat. No judgments. Just allow it to come back into your body, creating that connection. Our goal here is integration, not compartmentalization. And begin to bend your knees, plant your feet on the earth. Use the strength of your legs to pick your bum up and slide the blanket down to your middle back. So here we go, lift, shimmy the blanket down. You might need to reposition. And then once you find that shape, slowly lower back down onto the ground. Extend your legs back out. And we have 2 more minutes here in this position. Something I like to do in these really relaxed postures is rock my head from side to side and creating more length in the back of the neck. I find that I oftentimes cramp up and tense up in my neck. So bringing awareness and making sure that it's lengthened and elongated really helps me to find more relaxation in these postures. Mm, 30 more seconds here. How much more can you soften? And bend your knees, lift your hips, sliding the blanket down to your low back now, finding that space of comfort for you. This is similar to when you put a block underneath your sacrum. So finding that same space and then extending the legs back out. Arms out, 2 minutes. And 30 more seconds here. And all together, let's take one cleansing breath. Inhale through the nose. Fill up the body with your life force, your prana. Hold the breath. And exhale to open your mouth and let that go, releasing the body back down towards the earth. From here, bend the knees again. Plant the feet. If your eyes are closed, open them. Lift those hips up and slide the blanket out from underneath you. Take a moment, make any movements if you want to rock from side to side. We're going to meet standing and come to a wall. So come on up. You can come onto your side or rock forward and back on your mat. But we're coming into pyramid pose at the wall. So why are we doing it at the wall? And if you don't have a wall, that's okay. You could grab your chair and hold on to your chair like so, holding on to the back of the chair. But essentially the goal here is we're not trying to invert. So bringing the head below the heart. And that's so that if you're someone who is dealing with high blood pressure, and you've been told to not invert, we want to include you in the sequence with everyone else, all right? This is a sequence for everyone. So if you don't have a wall, use the back of your chair, or if you're comfortable in pyramid, come into pyramid pose, probably using blocks though, we're not warm yet. So hands come into the wall, and we're bringing the chest parallel to the earth. Right foot is forward, left foot is back and at a 45-degree angle. So right at about 10:30 or 11 o'clock. And find that parallel place for yourself. Once you get there, push into the wall, ears in line with the arms. Activate the legs, feel the energy rise up from the ground, cores engaged. Send the right hip back, left hip forward. And let's hold for about a minute here. Breath is nice and active. Mind is present in the body. Five more breaths, keep them strong, keep the body active. And look up, gaze forward, bend the knees, step to the top of the mat or towards the wall. Take a moment, hands to hips, rock from side to side. So why is this posture included in this sequence? Well, we want to stimulate and open the legs and find that place of strength without overtaxing the body, right? So this is that in-between point of finding strength and also ease. So this time left foot comes forward, right foot goes back at that 45-degree angle. It's at about 1 o'clock, okay? Hands into the wall or wherever your hands are situated. Bring your body into that parallel place with the floor. And then set yourself up for success. Activate the legs, push down through both big toes. Send the left hip back, right hip forward. core is active, and start to breathe. We got a minute here. Use that minute to embody this posture and embody the strength that you already have. That strength to make more mindful choices, to be aware of your habits, to challenge your beliefs around everything that you do if it's not working for you. So sink in and use this minute for you. Five more breaths. And inhale to gaze forward, bend the front knee, step both feet towards one another, hands on hips, and take a moment here to just pause and feel how that posture resonates within you. Are you feeling alive, awake, energized, in tune, connected with all three layers of you, body, mind, and soul? I hope some of that is resonating and landing within. All right, open those eyes. And we've only got 2 more postures to go. So grab your chair. And if you don't have a chair, no worries. I'll give you the modification. But we're coming into a really gentle, modified forward fold. So if you don't have high blood pressure and you want to make it a little bit deeper, you can come into a wide-legged or a straight-legged forward fold, 𝗬pavista konasana or paschimottanasana, with or without props. But if you do have this chair and you're looking for a really restorative practice, here's what we're gonna do. Simply extend the legs out on both sides of the chair, like so. And no need to take your widest angle here. And if you have an opening in your chair, you can send the legs through too. You can also fold the legs in a seated position like Sukhasana. Alrighty, so we're just stacking the hands and resting the head down. That's all there is to it. And we have 5 minutes on the clock. So one hand atop one another and rest your forehead down. Choosing to move your chair if you need to, and finding that distance that works for you in the pose. All right, once you get into your shape, take a moment, move the body around any last bit, and then completely surrender with me. 5 minutes to draw inward, reflect, and create that mindful habit of tuning in and connecting. You have one more minute here. Allow yourself to sink in further, relax deeper, and soften just a bit more. And begin to lift the gaze, come up out of whatever forward fold you're in. And we're coming into Shavasana, a 5-minute hold. If you're using the chair, we're going to bring our legs to rest up atop the chair. If you don't have a chair, my next recommendation is legs up the wall. And lastly, if you don't have a wall, come into traditional Shavasana. So if you're with me on the chair, bring the legs to rest atop like so. Finding what's comfortable for you as always. And maybe if you have that blanket roll nearby or something to prop under your head, that might feel really delicious. You decide. If you've got an eye pillow, definitely recruit it to come participate in this final resting pose. But take your time. Position yourself in that state of total surrender, integration, relaxation, and ultimately a rebirth. Shavasana is a symbolic posture of death, and it symbolizes this rebirth that we go through during the yoga practice. So make your way into it. Take a big breath to settle any last thoughts, sensations, feelings. And we're here for 5 minutes. So enjoy it and rest. Begin to bring awareness back into your physical body. Using your breath to first awaken your senses. From here, your fingers opening and closing, your feet, your toes, your wrists start moving. And if you're down on the mat, extend the arms overhead. Wherever you are, if you're on the chair, on the wall, or in traditional Shavasana, let your legs fall off to one side. Coming into fetal pose for a moment. And thanking yourself for getting on the mat today. For showing yourself some love. For showing up. For practicing courage. And fostering that healthy, relaxed mindset. Once you've focused on all of that gratitude and thanking yourself, come to a seated position, keeping the eyes closed. Sit up nice and tall. Feel that expansion you've created throughout the body. And inhale your arms out to the side. Gather up the energy we created on the mat here today. Let the palms touch overhead. Hands come down through heart center, and we will close with the universal vibration of Om, connecting each of us together. That is practicing on the mat today. So big inhale. Open your eyes. Thank you so much for joining me. That was an incredibly lovely, relaxed, graceful practice that felt very at ease in my own body, and I hope you felt the same way too. If you're someone who struggles with finding clarity in your daily life, come back to this practice, do the postures, do certain ones if you like more than the other or if you are strapped for time, but please use it to your benefit and to foster that living our journey mantra that I talk about all the time. So again, thanks for joining me on the mat. As always, if you're not part of the community, my broken record spiel, click the link in the description below. Come join us. We are waiting for you. I'll meet you back here next week for another opportunity. You can fill in the blank